everyone, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Claire. I bring through messages from Spirit for you to uplift, inspire, and help you work through anything that may be coming up in your life right now. So when I was meditating just now, I felt an energy. It always starts with like a color, and it came to me like sunlight, like a big golden blanket, and I felt it behind me wrap around my arms, and it was huge, and it just like being cuddled. That's how I felt your energy. So for this collective, maybe you're a hugger, maybe you're someone that likes to put their arm around people, or you're touchy-feely and you like to kind of feel into people by physically like hi. So I felt that energy. And when I think about sunlight, like the color yellow or gold is all about expansion, joy, happiness, like that Leo energy, that bubbly, effervescent, joyful energy. And so that's how I felt you come through. And when I looked towards the edges of the energy, I couldn't see. It was like looking into the distance at a mirage, and you could never really tell how far away it is. And so the edges of this energy were endless. They kind of evaporated into white. So it just stretched forever, and it was just beautiful and pure and like fuzzy, like kind of like a warm cashmere sweater. That's how your energy feels. So wow, like people that have you in their life are blessed just to have your presence in the room. Like you walk in and it heals people, you know. So I just want you to remember that if you're ever, just as a reminder. Okay. The next thing that Spirit showed me was like a billowing white bed sheet that was hung on a washing line outside. Remember when your mum used to put up like the clothes and like dry them outside? Oh, that's what happened in Australia when I was a kid. They would just hang up the clothes, and like sometimes it was so hot that my mum would hang up a sheet, and then an hour later it would be dry and she would take it off. And so maybe you've gone through a transformation. Maybe you've gone through a purge where you've lost weight, like not physically body, maybe you've lost body weight, but like you've let go of something. Water means emotions. And so if you've let go of some water or heaviness or emotions, like perhaps you've let go of a person or a job or even material things. Perhaps you've done a purge of your apartment and you're just feeling so much lighter because the emotional weight has shifted too. You've let go of something that wasn't aligned, that was causing you distress, causing you harm or hurt, or just was no longer your jam, you know. Like maybe you had some old things in your home and you were like, got a garbage bag and was like, don't want those anymore, don't want those books, don't want those mugs, don't want, I don't know, like this decor, don't want those pictures on my wall, you know, who knows. But I feel like you've moved something in, there's some type of beautiful transformation, and I feel like it happened quick. I feel like you're working, that the amount of work that you're getting done in the short amount of time is phenomenal, like wild. Wow. It's like you don't even realize you're just doing it naturally so quickly, and things are just changing. Okay, so there's this billowing white sheet. That's how I interpret that. Oh, and then the next thing Spirit showed me was, so there's the sheet and it's like billowing, and then appearing in the middle of the sheet, like hovering, is this hummingbird. And as I looked closer, it was purple and blue. And if you've ever seen a hummingbird up close, their feathers glisten. Their feathers almost to me look like the scales of a fish because they're that scalloped shape and they catch the light just right and they almost look like they're shining, like shimmering. So maybe you like shiny things. Maybe, I don't know. But let me look up, I want to look up hummingbird in the Spirit Guides book by Stephen Farmer for you guys. Wow, this energy is beautiful. Whew, it's like a real honor to be channeling this for you guys today. Humming H. Okay, here we go. Hummingbird. Okay. If hummingbird shows up, it means you need to be very flexible with the twists and turns your life will take in the next days. Put more emotional sweetness in your life. You need it. You're going through some very heart-opening kinds of experiences, and you'll quite naturally draw more and more love into your life. Openly express the love you have and feel for those important people in your life. Give yourself the gift of as many flowers as you can. Spread them around your home and enjoy their sight and fragrance throughout the days to come. Call on a hummingbird when you're feeling down and sullen or want to lighten up, have more fun and experience more joy. You find yourself around any negativity or harshness and want to protect yourself and lift up your spirits. You're feeling fragmented and distracted, ruminating about the past or future, and want to be more present in the moment. You're feeling guilt or shame about some perceived transgression in the past and want to clear yourself of those feelings. If hummingbird is your power animal, you're fiercely independent, and if anyone threatens that independence, you're prepared to take flight. Give me a second. If hummingbird is your power animal, okay, you're fiercely independent, and if anyone threatens that independence, you're prepared to take flight. You're full of joy, generally have a positive outlook and affect others in this way. It's crucial for your health and sanity to find work that allows you to be outdoors as much as possible. You're extremely sensitive, drawn to those who are light and positive while shying away from anyone with harsh negative energies. You confound others with your ability to go from being passionate to cool or intimate to emotionally distant in the blink of an eye. Okay, so it sounds like hummingbird, like bringing more beauty into your life, bringing flowers into your home and enjoying their scent and fragrance. Yeah, being flexible with twists and turns, put a more emotional sweetness in your life. Yeah, you're going through heart-opening kinds of experiences and you'll naturally draw more love. Wow, this is huge. Like this, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening, like with the expansion of your heart, drawing more love in, and then it feels like also like nurturing yourself. So yeah, interesting. So after purging from your environment, don't forget, like remember to bring things back in that you love. You know, like light some candles, buy some flowers for yourself. You can even, you know, on the television, if you go on YouTube, you can like put a scene, like a fire scene for the holidays. It's the holidays right now, but my videos are timeless. So whenever you find this, it's meant to find you. there's all different, like a screen. I think you Google on YouTube, you type in like fireplace screensaver or something like that and see what comes up, or like forest or waterfall or lake scenery. Try and search different things, but there's lots that they make for the holiday season, and it's got like some gentle music, but if you don't like that, you can just put it on silent and have it on. And okay, what else? Let me see. Oh, then I said, what does the collective need to know? And I saw the sheet come off the line and wrap around the hummingbird, and a big yellow ribbon was tied up, like it tied around the top of the sheet. So it came into like a goodie, like, back in the day, I don't know, like hundreds of years ago, you would see like Huckleberry Finn, like kids, they have a stick, and on the back of the stick is like a pouch with all their goodies in there, like their food for the day, like their rucksack of bread or whatever. And it kind of was like that, but with a ribbon. It's like you're the goodies, like you're the delicious delight. Okay, so then that happened, and then this song came in. Let me just see. Oh, and then after that, it only kind of tied up for a minute, and then it fell open. The ribbon untied, the sheet fell open, and the bird flew up into the tree. And this song, I heard the lyrics of this song, like, baby, okay, I can't sing, but I'll try. Like, baby, can you feel it, the feeling, the way I do? Hold me in your palm like I was made for you. Baby, can you feel it? That song by Kygo, Feeling, I think it's called. And so, yeah, listen to that song, like read the lyrics. It's all about like new love, falling into this feeling and enjoying the beginning of the feeling of meeting someone new, and that experience of like opening to that and enjoying. It's almost like it's slowing down enough to enjoy whatever's happening right now. I don't know if a new person has just come into your life or a new person is going to come in, but it feels exciting in a healthy way. It doesn't feel like it's coming from a wounded place, a reactive place, a codependent place. It feels like you've done so much healing and so much work that now you're welcoming in healthy love. Oh, it also felt like with the sheet around the bird, that love is coming in that wants to appreciate you and set you free. Like it's a love that doesn't want to cage you, keep you confined, control you, because control is not love. Even though people that are controlling tell you, I love you. Have you heard that? I love you. Why won't you do what I say? That's like not love. That's control. So this healthy love, which is actually love, is like freeing and opening and allowing you to be more of who you are. And there's room in this relationship for you to be your full self and to continue to expand into yourself. And it may be new for you. I have a feeling that this may be new for you. Sometimes, like I read this thing on Instagram the other day, and it said, falling in love in your 40s is often the first time for many people that they experience healthy love that's not codependent. And I was blown away. I was like, oh wow. Like quite often, we're like, oh, what was wrong with me, you know, or my 20s or my 30s or whatever. I was in these, horrible codependent marriages or romantic relationships or even friendships, you know? And it's like when we get to our 40s, it's like we start to kind of go, that's not working for me, you know, that didn't feel good. I don't know what the right way is, but it's not that. And that's huge. And I feel like you guys have done a lot of shadow work, a lot of work on figuring out who you are and feeling your own energy and listening to yourself, so you're ready. It's like you're ready. Even though, like, I'm not sure if I'm ready, you're ready. It's coming. And make your own decisions, of course, and like listen to yourself. These messages are really just to confirm what you already know to be true. And if it doesn't resonate, then leave it. But use your own discernment. So I said, what does the collective need to know about this new love? And it said it's like a sunrise, like that energy at the beginning. It's a reflection of your energy. You're drawing in somebody that reflects your gentleness, your expansiveness, your positivity, your like happy-go-lucky attitude, and your sparkle. Like you're bringing in somebody that knows how to lift themselves up. You know, perhaps in the past you've been in relationships. I've got an itchy nose. I don't know, that maybe means something. But in the past you've brought in relationships that have been heavy, where perhaps you're carrying more of the load in the relationship, financially, emotionally, I don't know, with household duties, looking after doing everything for the kids and doing everything for the household and then doing everything for your partner. And it's like, no more. Like this new love is very balanced and equal, and it feels very healthy and natural, you know? And so the message was like, you know how when you see the sunrise, the light gently touches the landscape and it shifts slowly and beautifully. And so that's what I saw. And depending on what country you're in, the morning light looks different. When I lived in London, in England, the morning light was blue. It's wild how blue the light was in the morning, especially in winter. I've never seen that anywhere else in the world. I've been to a lot of different countries. In Los Angeles, it's golden. Like it's very golden, the morning light. So perhaps you're going to begin, the message was really appreciate the little things. So with this new love, you deserve it. You've worked really hard. Like, I'm just going to talk about it like it's already here and you know who this person is, but maybe it's not yet and you've met them, but you don't, like as I'm talking, I feel like they're in your vortex, but maybe you can't put your finger on who it is. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe they're about to step in, but I'm just going to talk about them like they're already in your life because it's just easier. They're saying appreciate the little things. This is going slow. It feels like it's going slow, but then it'll come in. It's like slow, but then fast. It's like, you know, the sunrise it feels slow because you see the light gently touching, rolling out over the thing. But when the sun sets, it's fast. Like, have you ever gone, oh, I'm gonna go to the beach and watch the sunset? You look down for 5 minutes, you look up and the sun is nearly down. Or when you're at the beach or in the mountains and you're watching this big golden disc, which is the sun, going down, and it's literally moving so fast as you're watching it. when I went to Morocco years ago, my friends had organized a sunset camel ride through the Sahara Desert. And the tour guides drove us from Marrakesh to the Sahara. It was like a 7-hour drive. And they were on Moroccan time, so they were super late. So we're speeding towards the sand dunes. The sun has already started going down. We're in like a minivan. The sun, I can see it out over the sand dunes. It's huge, just this big golden disc. It was one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen. It was one of the most magical experiences to see the sun over the sand dunes in the Sahara Desert. But anyway, it wasn't like relaxed on the back of a camel like the way it was meant to be. It was like, we're gonna miss this sunset, and we were speeding and the sun's dropping. And then I just thought, just relax and enjoy the setting sun. I was pretty relaxed anyway. I think my friends were a bit stressed, but I was like, oh, it's all good. So the sun's setting, and I just looked out the window and I watched this beautiful golden disc slip behind the sand dunes, and it disappeared to come to like this tiny rim, and then it's gone. And it's still light, but the sun's gone. And so by the time we reached the part where the destination, we got out of the bus, the sun was already down. It was still light. So we got on the back of these camels. There were like 5 camels, one for each of us, like my friend and all her sisters and me. And as this 15-year-old boy led us across the sand dunes, he walked and led the first camel, and all the camels were tied together. So as we walked over the sand dunes, oh sorry, just got a text message. I got distracted. It got darker and darker and darker, and the stars came out, and there's no light pollution in the desert that far in the middle of the Sahara Desert. There's no light pollution. The sky was this blanket of stars, and I looked up and I saw a shooting star, and it was the most magical experience. I felt like I was in another land or another world or somewhere extraordinarily magical, like going back in time. It was pitch black, and this 15-year-old boy was walking in the dark over the sand dunes for an hour to get us to this camp of tents, beautiful tents, in the middle of the Sahara Desert. And I feel like this is what this relationship is going to bring you. It's going to bring you all of these experiences, and all of this variety. And it's almost like, don't rush, just enjoy every part of it, like the sunrise, the journey, the shifting of the light, because it keeps changing, but it's beautiful in every aspect. And even the period where you feel like nothing's happening, maybe you've been waiting for this person to get in touch with you again or to reach out. There's beauty in that too. There's the beauty of the space to continue to build a relationship with yourself and witness that you can be a whole solid person in this relationship, you know? I feel like when it's the right person, I heard this from my Reiki healer. She said, you know it's the right person when you keep elevating within the relationship, you keep up leveling. And I was like, oh wow, so it's really interesting I feel that this is going to be a very rich, expansive, continually unfolding experience for you guys. Yeah. Wow. And then, so yeah, have patience. Keep coming back to yourself. If you start to get irritated or annoyed, breathe. Take the time to meditate. And you know, people say meditate and you're like, oh, like how should I so the meditation that I do that helps me so much, when especially if I'm distracted or annoyed or irritated, is the one from Thich Nhat Hanh. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but you know who I mean. And it's the Buddhist monk, and he talks about a meditation where you say, as I breathe in, I'm feeling irritated. As I breathe out, I'm feeling annoyed. As I breathe in, I'm feeling tense. As I breathe out, I'm feeling annoyed. And like, keep doing it. Keep, as you know, you may stay on annoyed for like a minute, but see if it shifts. And quite often, you know, it will naturally shift, and then you may start to see, is it really you that's annoyed or your ego? Like, you may be able to start separating out parts of yourself. I know the lighting's not great today. It's a bit dark in here. You'll start to separate parts of yourself, and yeah, I'm excited for you guys. And then, yeah, I feel like this person really makes you feel calm, safe, and like it's safe to be yourself. You know, you're free to be yourself. And I don't feel like you've had a relationship like this before. I feel like this might be brand new, like a brand new experience. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's all I have for you today. And I'm super excited for you. I think that this is magical. Oh, I have this feeling to pull a card. I mean, I know we've been going for a little while, but I have a feeling to pull one of these Rumi oracle cards. So let me have a look. Okay, so let's just shuffle. Let's see. Oh, a bunch just fell on the floor. Let's see what's the top one. Oh, the top one is Victory of Mariam. I don't know. I just want to. They all fell on the floor. Let me just see. Maybe I'll split the deck. Arise. Okay, I'm gonna look up. Oh, why can't I make a decision on these cards? This is weird. I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting. All right, let's just relax. All right, this one just popped out. The Cloak of Christ. See, I had to be patient then. Cards were like dropping on the floor. I was getting sort of annoyed. I don't know, I'm feeling this energy of like, no, that's not right. No, that's not right. So it's like, oh, it's okay if that's not right. We can keep slowing down until we feel, I'm sorry about the lighting, guys, not great today. We can keep slowing down until we feel that we got something that feels right. So anyway, Cloak of Christ, this one just kind of gently popped out like that. It didn't throw itself on the floor. Number 4, let's see. The Cloak of Christ. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. Rumi. My sacred brother, he who shares my heart and yours, beating as one in harmony with the great unending love, brings you the mantle of his protection. Do you imagine that there is any part of your life, of your body, of your soul, that is outside the realm of his divine love and protection. Offer all to him, leave nothing cast aside. He and I together receive you absolutely, without condition now. The compassion born out of our own struggles tempers the karmic weight of divine justice. We have been through the same journey you are taking now, sweet divine soul. In oneness with the divine heart, we know of your efforts and your struggles. So what is bestowed upon you now is a restoration of forgiveness, of kindness, of mercy. My sacred brother speaks to you. He shall receive your darkness and your light. The angel of your heart and the demon of your fear. Nothing is greater than my brother's love for you. Nothing is greater than my holy passion for you. Take refuge under the cloak of Christ, the mantle of my sacred brother, and know that you are held in our loving sanctuary. You are tired, beloved. Your soul has been ravaged inside and out, and you are succumbing to struggle that is not karmic or necessary, but a symptom of fatigue and weariness of heart, mind, body, and soul. That which plagues you, whether something specific or a general nagging malaise or anxiety you cannot quite pin down, is not as powerful as you fear. You are being given a grace here and now that it may be overcome. Remember, your reactions are a symptom of your exhaustion and a sign that you need respite, sanctuary, and restoration. They are not a sign that something must be done, so much as a sign that something must be received, allowed. That something is healing and made possible through divine protection. In this instance, protection is bestowed through the cloak of Christ. This cloak is a sacred container that places your body and soul within the loving energy of the Christ consciousness. This unconditionally loving energy is not limited to the being bearing its name, but it's shared by Rumi and other holy ones. It is typified by wholeness. There is nothing within you that would cause the Christ to turn away from you, not even those parts of you that may fill you with fear, shame, guilt, or regret. He and Rumi are sacred brothers, loving and supportive of each other, and they see your soul as one of their family, one of their own. You are so loved by them both, equally and without measure. Can you allow yourself to take refuge in this knowledge, to feel it not only as an idea, nourishing as that is, but as a visceral reality where you complete the sacred honoring ritual and allow yourself to feel the peace and receive healing? The knowledge of the Christ's unconditional love for you is a safe space, a place to fall into when you are struggling. It's a sacred container for your healing process, an energetic field that is stronger and more enduring than even the greatest fears or doubts. The purpose of this sacred container is to provide you with a feeling of being held, especially for those times when you are feeling that you cannot hold yourself. Sometimes we just need permission to break down, to really let go, and to come apart and be disassembled so that we can break through, be lifted up, and come together in a new, more spiritually coherent and loving form to move forward. For you, this is essential. There is a person, place, thing, or belief that has come to be like a manacle around your wrist or an iron ball and leg iron, preventing you from moving forward with the grace you have earned spiritually. You are being empowered here to shed that. Don't hesitate. Let yourself be cloaked in the Christ energy and receive the spiritual assistance you deserve now. There is a reason for this. The unfolding of your life purpose is taking a turn for the better, and your energy is required to fuel that new life. This is particularly so if you have also drawn the Oracle of Passion for Purpose, or intuitively feel drawn to read the message of that card and complete its accompanying sacred honoring ritual. Just remember that whenever we are asked to release something, it's because the divine wishes to fill our hearts and hands with more. Do not hold on to the scraps for fear the feast will be denied to you. Use your nose, smell the feast awaiting you. Huh, wow. So that's the cloak of Christ. How interesting that the very first image that I received from Spirit was this golden, like golden energy wrapped around. It's like you're being loved. I thought that was your love. It probably is, but it's like you're being loved too by this incredible energy. Wow, it's a lot of letting go in this reading, like letting go, purging, to make room for new things, and yeah, like rest, nourish yourselves, keep loving yourselves. I know it's hard to stop, sometimes it's really hard to like stop, but yeah, maybe there's a message there to just ask yourself, what relaxes me? What do I find enjoyable? Maybe go outside, sit down in the garden and like watch the birds or something. Oh, wow. There's a lot here. I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope that this message resonated. I hope you found something useful in it. Thank you so much for your love, your time, your energy, your attention. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and until the next video, bye-bye.